Hi everyone. I wanted to make a video today to tell you a bit about Rapid Transformational Therapy and what I do in my sessions. So, Rapid Transformational Therapy is a kind of therapy that incorporates a lot of different modalities in it. So, it includes cognitive behavioral therapy, it includes talking therapy, it includes elements of neurolinguistic programming, it includes just basic things from neuroscience. And obviously, it also includes hypnotherapy. So, we use hypnosis to relax the client deeply, and then we would do whatever would be done in a typical therapeutic session. Uh, what makes rapid transformational therapy really effective is because we bypass the critical mind and we activate the subconscious mind using hypnosis. So, in just a 2 hour session, we are able to do more than a lot of clients would experience in regular talking therapy over a period of months. Rapid transformational therapy is really effective when once we bypass the conscious mind, the critical mind, and we are talking with the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind takes us exactly where we need to go. It takes us to the root cause of the issue that we're dealing with. Some people come for weight issues, they come for depression, anxiety, they come for relationship problems, they come because they have money issues. They're struggling to make money, to keep money, all sorts of things really. Some people actually come for physical pain as well and for fertility. So hypnotherapy is used for many different things, but what differentiates rapid transformational therapy from the traditional hypnotherapy is that we actually get to the root cause and we employ a lot of these things that I mentioned, such as CBT, NLP, and so on. A typical session takes about 2 hours with me, 2.5 hours. You start off maybe 10-20 minutes where we're just having a normal conversation. I'm asking you questions about your childhood, about what's going on with your presenting issue, and getting to know you. And then I start the actual session. And the actual session begins by me deeply relaxing you. And I do this by co-regulating with you. So I ask you to close your eyes, do some breathing exercises, we do some visualization techniques. I become very calm, and I am able to calm my own nervous system, and we calm your nervous system as well. So we're co-regulating, we're regulating each other. And as I'm leading this, so that's really my responsibility in the session. And I get you to a point where you are extremely relaxed. You are hyper aware. You are focused. This is not where you are not focused, where you don't know what's happening. You're not asleep. You are awake. You're very aware and you are super focused actually, but at the same time you are very relaxed. So the combination of being really focused and really relaxed, it's similar to when you are driving and you drift off a bit, but your mind is focused on the road. You are in control of the car. You know where you're going, and sometimes you make it to your destination while you don't even know how you got there. It's the same thing. It's because you are really, really relaxed. So this is the kind of trance state that we're talking about. In the session, we do many different things. One of the main core things that I do in every single session is we do regression. So I will ask your subconscious mind to take us to a time, place, event where that is responsible for your issue. And the subconscious mind instantaneously takes us there. It happens right away because your mind wants to cooperate with you. It's finally in the seat. It's finally has the mic and it can talk and it can communicate and it wants to help you. So it brings to us all of these different scenes, whether scenes that you've remembered for before or others that maybe you had repressed. It brings them to us, and it's the details of the scene itself, of the event itself, is not important. My main mission is to break through and to understand what feelings you've experienced in those scenes, and then beneath these feelings, what kind of beliefs you've adopted about what happened, about who you are, about your place in the world, about what's available to you, about the best way for you to survive. So, how to behave in this world in order to avoid pain and go towards pleasure. And this is really the main thing that your brain wants you to do. It helps you to do. So, these beliefs are usually formed in your childhood. Most of these scenes that we go back to, they are back between the ages of 0 to 7 years old. In fact, some people even regress to when they are still in their mother's womb, believe it or not. And because the fetus still has sensation, and sensation develops before your brain. So cognitively, you don't necessarily know what's happening, but you're still feeling it. And these feelings, these sensations are being stored in your subconscious, stored in your body. So because all of these beliefs are adopted at such a young age, when you are really, your awareness of the world, your understanding of the world is underdeveloped, a lot of times they are not really going to be serving you into adulthood. They are incomplete, they are not really logical, and they're not serving you. So once we can pinpoint the beliefs that you have, and usually no matter how many scenes we go through for that specific issue, this is the same belief. We're going back to the same core belief that you are having, the same idea that you've identified and imprinted and made to be true. So we go to those beliefs, and then together, you and I, we assess the different scenes, and you come up with the conclusion. You come up with the conclusion about what it is, the belief that you adopted, and why it no longer makes sense for you to have right now. And this will be very obvious for you. So, because it's very obvious, and because you are an adult now, and because we are doing this session from the subconscious mind, and we're kind of like, we're back in the control center of your mind, we are able to tweak those beliefs. So we get rid of whatever beliefs that we don't want anymore because they're not serving you. And we can change them, and we can put beliefs and ideas and program behaviors that will be serving you, that will make you become the better version of yourself, that will resolve the issue that you have come with. And this all happens in just that one session. Most clients that I have only done one session with me, and their entire issue has been resolved from just that one session. The other thing that we do in the session is we release the inner child. So in all of these scenes between 0 to 7 years old, those experiences have made an imprint on the child's mind, and the child is almost like they were frozen in those scenes, in those moments. And so what we do is we go back and we recover that inner child. We allow them to break free. We see what it is that inner child needed in that moment, and we give it to him or her. So giving them their voice, empowering them, and upgrading them so that they become adults, so that they are able to continue their development within you and to catch up to where you are in your life. So you're no longer a 3-year-old. And this is really helpful because once we do that in your life, the things that would have triggered you before, the experiences that would have triggered you, they no longer trigger you. You no longer behave and feel and get as dysregulated as you used to before we do our session. And this is because you're not regressing back to that child. That child is free now. And you are now dealing with whatever it is going on in your life as the adult. So this is something that's really important, and being able to upgrade that inner child. And we do that with the session. Another thing that we can do in the session is if someone in your life has abused you, has hurt you, if someone was responsible for causing you pain. And most of the time there will be someone, and it's usually one of the parents, sometimes it's someone else. But in your childhood, as children, we are really powerless, we are helpless, and we are someone else is responsible for us, for meeting our needs. We still don't have the tools to meet our own needs. And a lot of times we realize that the people who were supposed to be meeting our needs didn't do it in the best way and may have hurt us. Sometimes we are still in a relationship with these people, and other times we have, maybe they have passed on, or we have created a distance from them, whatever it is. But there's a lot of feelings and a lot of emotions, and a dynamic that we need to break. And to break that dynamic, we need to change it from child, adult, or victim, oppressor, to we are now equals. And so we could do something in the session called dialoguing with the herder. During this during this part of the session, your subconscious mind takes on the role of yourself and of the person who has hurt you, and we have a conversation. You are able to say everything that you needed to say, whether that is, whether that is expressing your anger, expressing your hurt, telling them how they made you feel, telling them the pain that they've caused. It could also be forgiving them. It could be a lot of things. And one of the things that is really healing is when your mind takes on the role of that other person. And intuitively, you begin to respond to yourself. You begin to explain to yourself on behalf of that person why they have done what they've done, and how they feel now, and would they have done it again or not if they could. And usually this is very, very healing. And during that part, we can also break the energetic cords between you and that person, so that they're no longer triggering you. That memory, you become neutral towards that memory, neutral towards that person. Obviously, if something is wrong, it's wrong. We're not going to make it right in the session. However, it doesn't pain you as much. It becomes a story that you can tell, but you are no longer re-experiencing it over and over again in your daily life. You can finally let it go. What else do we do in the session? So there are lots of things that we do in the session. These are just some of them. For some people who have certain unexplained pains, unexplained illnesses, unexplained fertility, whatever it is, we can also get to the bottom of that, because the body knows. Sometimes the body will manifest a symptom for you for a reason that has nothing to do with any physical ailment. So it could be that you are getting migraines because your body does not want you to go to work. Your mind does not want you to go to work to avoid a certain pain that you were afraid of experiencing when you go to work. And once we can get that clarity, we negotiate with your mind to release the migraines, because you've gotten the message now, and to substitute that strategy for something else. And it works. The most important thing is that this all works, and it works quickly. It works very well. It works very well. People leave my sessions feeling super, first of all, relaxed, and they just feel very different. They feel free, they feel lighter, and I feel it as well, because I am doing this session with you, and I am tuning my energy to yours, and I feel the release as well. It's really amazing. And then we see the results, we see the changes with the clients over the weeks, and months later on, years really, as long as they keep in touch, and you can see how that client is developing. One thing, oh, I forgot to say. So we also do a recording. So everything that we do in the session, that's not recorded unless you want it to be. But the last portion of the session, once we have cleared all of the old beliefs and we are installing new beliefs and installing a new system, really a new program for you that you have asked for. So this is something that we've agreed on prior to the start of the session when we're doing the intake form. You have already told me what it is you want to do, how you want to live your life, what kind of habits you want to adopt, what kind of beliefs that you want to believe about yourself. And then we create a program for you. And I do that in the transformation. I do that as part of the session. And then that part is recorded and you listen to it for 21 days at least after the session. So the transformation takes place in the session. The learning takes place in the session, the new learning. However, through the repetition of listening to the recording, that all becomes solidified in your subconscious mind. So we are reinforcing it. You are learning. It's almost like the first day that you learn to ride a bike. you just have to put some effort to do it, but you've learned. But every single time you practice, your mind just remembers until it becomes automatic. You can become on autopilot. And therefore, these new habits that we're putting in, these new beliefs, these new things that we are installing, they are going to be on autopilot for you, and they are all in your control. Um, and it's just really important for you to know that you are the one who's deciding what it is you want to believe, what it is you want to feel, what it is you want to, how it is you want to behave. It's in your control, and you have that power. Your subconscious mind is so powerful. God gave us this power, all of us. And once we change what's inside ourselves, very quickly we realize we start noticing things differently. Our perception of the world changes, and therefore our reality changes. We begin to attract to us the things that mirror our own beliefs about ourselves. And if we have the right beliefs in there, we start to attract to ourselves the right things, the things that we want. So it's a very empowering process. It's a very transformative process. I have lots of testimonials that are up on the website. More testimonials are coming in every single day. Every other day, someone is sending me a new testimonial. Someone is sending me a message about how great they are feeling, about how amazed they are, about being able to look at themselves now in a different way completely. About the results that they're having. Their weight is changing, people in their life are changing, their relationships are changing, how money is coming into their life and how they're spending it, and how they're experiencing just the joy that they're experiencing in their life. It's really amazing, and I feel so blessed to be able to use my own experiences in this world, my own body, my nervous system, everything about me, to be able to use myself to help others in this way. So anyways, if you have any more questions, just please send me. I wanted to make this video because I've been told that some people don't know what I'm doing, so this is what I am doing, and this is how it's different from anything else. And yeah, just if you have any questions, ask. If you'd like to book a session, you can email me. You can log on to my website, breakthroughhypnocoach.com/learn more, and you'll get a form to book a session with me. Just message me. And I'm here, and I'd love to work with you.